So let's dive into the report that Consumer Reports put together. It was an investigation that I I think they had some inklings of people reporting that maybe the prices are a little different, and they had reached out to Instacart about it, and Instacart was like, "Whoa, we don't know what you're talking about here." And so then Consumer Reports put together a volunteer, like a shopping audit, and they created cohorts of volunteers in different geographic areas. They had some in Seattle, some in DC, in various places. The in this analysis or number is only 437 volunteers in these different cohorts. And so it's not that large of a number, but it's big enough to provide data that is insightful, especially when these companies aren't willing to provide that information. So the only way to get the information is a manual scraping of real consumer accounts and having people basically go in there, buy all the same products, the same brand, take screenshots of the price, and then them compiling the information. What what I found a bit odd was when they'd reached out, they said, "Oh, we're running some small testing and it's not a big deal, or it's not, it doesn't affect everybody, and we're running it with a small group of partner retailers." Okay. And then when they tested it, every single one of the individuals had different pricing, and 74% of the items selected had different prices for different people, which is odd if you're testing it and it only affects a small group of folks. And the I think the biggest markup, or some concrete examples, was Wheat Thins in Seattle was 23% markup for some users. Eggs in DC had a 20% swing from $3.99 to $4.79 based on user. And then there was, like, I think there is an assumption, right, that we are all cool with getting charged more to shop on Instacart because it's convenient and Instacart has to build in their own margins. But what is not cool is this variable expense that's being pushed onto the user plus the Instacart tax. So not only are you paying for this AI enabled pricing, but you're also paying for the margin of the Instacart costs and technology and their salaries. And then on average, a family of four could be paying around $1,200 a year more due to this algorithmic segmentation of user bases and dynamically changing the price that they're willing to pay to reduce the customer surplus. Definitely rubs me the wrong way. Not okay with it. I think this is one of the things that is just a misapplication of technology. Like, this really doesn't contribute anything to society. Like, groceries are expensive enough. The people that they're targeting are at risk and are typically older and disabled or live in food deserts. Their quotes, not mine. And so you are deploying this technology in various ways and taking advantage of people that will most likely not understand what you're doing to them. And then you make this additional margin with your retailer, or maybe you get some kind of bonus. I don't know how it all works. Instacart isn't necessarily fully transparent about how and why they're doing this, but they did say that they do it, but they said it in small amounts, which doesn't look like the case.